As promised, here is the Hummer H2. We're here at Garage 42, and this is going up for sale, probably on Bring a Trailer. So we got to get out and shoot some photos of this thing. I'm really excited. This is a Team Champagne Ninjas car, so you know it's impeccable and insane. He is especially keen on GMT 400s, but it's no surprise he went and picked up an H2. His collection is vast, so it also makes sense that it moves around quite a bit. So he's told me that this is getting sold to make room for something especially special, and whenever he has something especially special, it's probably very especially special. These are really wild. I mean, at the time they were being produced, it was definitely gas prices on the rise, war in Iraq, like this was a statement in the early 2000s. But the other thing about the H2 was that it was the first iteration of Hummer post H1. So to the H1 lovers, they were like, this is not a Hummer because it doesn't have portal axles and this and that. They looked at this and thought, oh, it's just an SUV. So even among the Hummer lovers, the H2 was kind of a yes or a no, and it split these people because it wasn't an H1. But what we can agree on is this thing looks fantastic in 2026. I think the boxy look, this has really captured the essence of the Hummer brand. It's built by AM General, and look at the approach angle of this thing. I'm gonna get some facts and figures for you when we get out into the field, but I wanna give you first impressions right off the bat. The other thing that's really cool, we'll do this when we're in the field as well, is this, just like the old H1, the hood opens like that. It's wild. This is so much fun. And inside, it just gets even cooler because the shifter, check this out. Look at this. That is rad. This is actually really fun, and I'm excited to be in it. I didn't think I would ever really like this the way I do, but here we are. Okay. It's got lots of very GM plastic. Look at these hex bolts and stuff. I mean, all the plastic is very, very GM of the time. So there's nothing in here that's going to wow you in terms of touch surfaces. But in terms of shapes, I think it's pretty darn cool. So get this thing into drive. Now we've let it warm up a little bit. Take it out. Now, when these were produced, for whatever reason, the EPA did not care about vehicles over a certain weight in terms of reporting their fuel economy. So this actually does not have an EPA fuel economy rating, but according to all the magazines that tested it in period, they said it was about 10 miles per gallon. Ryan down at AI Design, who manages the Team Champagne Ninjas fleet, he claims he has achieved 11. So maybe if you hypermile your H2, you'll get 11 miles per gallon. I can hear a little pebble in the tires. Big, chunky, all-terrain tires. And what's so wild is, in the early 2000s, if I were driving this, I would be like, this is the biggest truck ever. I've never experienced anything like this. The only thing that's weird today is that you can get normal cars that are about this size. I like to go windows down here so I can hear tires. So this is a 4-speed automatic. I think the last year, or maybe the last 2 years of production, they put a 6-speed in it. Maybe that improved fuel economy a little bit too. But for now, we are just gonna enjoy this for what it is. Oh my God, look how fast these windows go up. This is nice. Also, this car, this Hummer, this particular one only has 12,000 miles on it. So it is a phenomenal example of one of these if you want one. Really easy to drive. I am shocked. They made the pickup truck version of it. I think it was that called the SUT, if memory serves. And those are also incredibly versatile. What are you doing, buddy? You're giving me both blinkers. None of this makes any sense. You just do what you got to do, buddy. Your vehicle says vehicle makes frequent stops. It doesn't say that you're intoxicated while you're doing it. Oh, $5 gas be damned. But wow, isn't this wild? It's 20 years later, and gas prices are on the rise, and we're in a war in the Middle East. we're right back in the era of the H2. I'm going to say something I had no idea I'd be saying. The H2 is very luxurious. This is nice. This is really nice. I had no idea this was good to drive. I always thought it would be brutish and kind of uncivilized, but it's even really quiet. It's well insulated. Did everybody know this but me? I've shot all the photos for the Bring a Trailer shoot and we're good to go, but I wanted to show you around this thing a little bit because it is wild. It's so much fun that this opens this way. You still have to pop a latch inside the car, but then you unbuckle the sides and pull this open the old-fashioned way, just like a proper Hummer. And inside there's a 6-liter Vortec V8 that makes 325 horsepower, 365 pound-feet of torque. Like I said, mated to its 4-speed transmission with a 2-speed high and low range transfer case, locking rear diff. It's meant to do some off-roady things. So despite this not being the portal axle crazy thing that is the H1, it's also a really good street car that could do some great off-road things. Back here you've got the spare wheel and tire, and then of course it's a Team Champagne Ninjas car that did go through AI design, even if mildly, ends up with this enormous JL audio sound system. So there's a knob up there that is just for cranking that. I'm gonna move this because I am gonna play with that on the way home, and something tells me that I bet my camera could be damaged by that sound system. Back here, kind of nice. I mean, like, look, everything in this car is GM stuff, so you feel like the little switchy gear stuff, but decent leather seats. You get heated rear seats on the outboards. You can even adjust your audio back here. You've got charge ports. I mean, honestly, more advanced than you would think for 2006. This is not bad. It feels like this is one of those cars that didn't really have to do anything but be what it is, and yet they offered a lot of nice things in it. Let's get it started up and then we'll close it. Let that chime so you nostalgia freaks can hear it. So good. All right, there's a really fun feature on the door. Look at these two buttons. So we can put all the, hello sir, we can put all the windows up with one button, all up, all down. And it's not some funky thing where you've got to tell it. It just has those buttons there at all times. Really neat stuff. I don't know, man. Sometimes these little things really get me going. And I've found myself genuinely appreciating this. Granted, I have not had to put any fuel in it, so that's a whole different story. But let's close it up. Ugh, there are like handles on the top of it, but this is a black car and it's really hot right now. So I just want to make sure that this is not interfering. No, we're good. Cool, we're all latched there. And pop this in like so. Which I actually really love the way this works. Just pops right out. But you got to be careful. If you were trying to open that tailgate while you were parallel parked somewhere and there's a car right there, toast. And this is steel, so be cautious. Something else they got completely right on this car are these seats. They are unbelievably comfortable. Oh man, the image of this car and the perception of this car is very different from the actual driving experience with this car. I mean, obviously the fuel economy is terrible, so you're right about that, but it's really nice to drive. It's comfortable, it's luxurious, there's great seats, there's cool buttons that do cool things. H2, man, I don't know, I feel like the market isn't that hot for these things, but it is pretty darn cool. And it's got this stubby nose, so it's actually not as difficult to drive from that forward visibility standpoint as the new Sierras or Silverados. Those actually have more blunt, tall, flat noses, so even just the forward visibility out of this thing is fantastic. But anyway, thank you so much to Garage 42 and Team Champagne Ninjas and AI Design for arranging this one. I hope the photos serve you well, and this goes to a lovely new home. I am gonna go get back into my Honda and head down the Cape for the weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.